In the news this week, an atheist activist welcomes Scotland's hate crime bill as an opportunity to criminalise the Bible. A new report reveals that care homes were asked to implement blanket DNRs at the height of the coronavirus outbreak. And new phone technology could protect children from explicit content. Hello. An atheist activist has welcomed Scotland's hate crime bill as an opportunity to report the Bible and sermons for so-called hate speech. Ian Stewart, convener of Atheist Scotland, said the legislation will enable the prosecution of all Scotland's religions and their holy books for spreading hatred. We fully intend to monitor all holy books, sermons in places of worship, and the social media accounts of the various religions, and report any hatred to Police Scotland for criminal investigation. If passed, the bill would criminalise words deemed likely to stir up hatred against particular groups, and would not require any proof of intent. The Christian Institute's Simon Calvert warned that this gives politically motivated complainants a powerful weapon to shut down views they don't like.
I've got no idea how many atheists this gentleman actually represents, but the truth is it only takes one politically motivated complaint, and you might well find the police paying a visit to a church to see whether the Bible is inflammatory material or whether the sermons are stirring up hatred. Because the wording of these proposed new stirring up offences is that anything that is deemed abusive and likely to stir up hatred is caught. Now, we know that these days, cynical activists routinely accuse their ideological opponents of being abusive and hateful, not because they are, but because it's a ploy to try to shut down the debate. So that's why this legislation is really very dangerous indeed, and we have to hope, and indeed pray, that members of the Scottish Parliament will ditch it.
It comes as a poll revealed almost 9 in 10 Scots believe freedom of speech is an important right, while almost 7 in 10 agreed there must be a proven intention to stir up hatred for behaviour to be classed as a criminal offence. A new report has found that care homes were asked to implement blanket do not resuscitate orders at the height of the pandemic. The Queen's Nursing Institute found that 10% of care home staff changed DNR orders without asking family members, nursing staff, or the residents themselves. 128 nurses and care home managers were surveyed. One revealed DNRs were put in place without consent by trust staff. Another said they were advised to have them in place for all residents, but did not implement the unethical advice. The study's author, Professor Alison Leary, called the findings worrying. These decisions were being made by NHS managers, not clinicians. LGBT group Stonewall is campaigning against a report that warns of the dangers of men competing in women's rugby. They called World Rugby's findings exclusionary, but were silent on the dangers faced by female players. Men identifying as women can currently play the women's game if they can maintain low levels of testosterone. But the official report recognises that men are generally stronger, heavier and faster than women and pose a significant risk to them. Campaign group Fair Play for Women slammed Stonewall's position. Sports categories are exclusionary. That's what makes them effective as a category. The male sex is excluded from the female sex category because of the physical advantages of being male. And finally, new phone technology is being developed that could protect children from explicit content. Safetynet's new software uses live detection to immediately block videos and images involving sexual or violent content. In tests, it detected 84% of violent content and 92% of nudity during analysis of millions of videos and images. Company founder Richard Percy said, "There's no point you being told that yesterday your 12-year-old son sent a naked picture of himself, because it's too late. The ability to detect, to analyse live video capture in the moment, and then do something if a risk is detected, for us, that's pioneering." Well, that's all for this week. For regular updates and information on all of our stories, plus much more, visit our website at christian.org.uk. Until next time, goodbye.